What's up, guys? Welcome back to another aggro cast. We are here today on Hidden Valley. We have our usual suspects on our protagonist team. We have Frankie Dukes in the yellow on the HRE. Looks like he's going for early deer. That makes sense. There's not too many sheep on this map. And we have KT Roth in the teal on the Jeanne d'Arc, also going for the early deer. Our antagonists today are Callum Muid on the AOE4 in the pink, and he will be partnering up with Manticore on the Ottomans in the green. A lot of colors that make sense today. Let's push it forward a little bit, see what we got going on, see if we can follow our HRE scout as he picks up the limited amount of sheep there are. Like I said, there's not too many sheep on this map. As you can tell, he's going across the entire map, passing deer, getting no sheep. And let's follow in. Oh, it looks like his teammate got all the sheep. Maybe they'll need to work together to pass some sheep off. Passing more deer, passing more deer. This is getting concerning for our HRE player. Although he's got the deer in his base, so he's not going to need any emergency stuff right now, but he looks like he's just not going to pick up any sheep here. He's going to have to go out to one of these secondary deer packs, maybe take some space, go to a tertiary deer pack. The green scout just being really annoying right now, having to get chased off, causing some idle time. Let's go down to 2x speed and you see what landmarks we're going to get. So we got an Aachen Chapel in range of the berries. That's smart because he didn't get any sheep, so there's no point in putting it over here by these limited amount of trees. He'll take the berries a little bit quicker. He's going to need to throw his prelate in there. Where is his prelate? He's dealing with these 6 on the deer, so that's okay. We'll get him in there later. We got the School of Cavalry coming up for our Jeanne player, and the military wing. Looks like we're going to see some raiders out on the map soon. And it looks like we're going with the Twin Minaret Madrasa, which makes sense. There's our raiders chasing the scout away. Let's take a look at our HRE. He's got a lot of resources. Looks like he's going to go for a little fast castle here. He is going to put down an archery range because he knows that the military school came down and a barracks for the Ottoman, so he's going to be sending some spears his way. So we're going to get a little delayed fast castle from our HRE player as he puts his prelate into the chapel. Here come the little knight raid. They're going to deal decently well with these raiders of the AOE, but he's going to have to get out of there because he took a lot of damage from the TC. Does look like he managed to pick up a villager or two. As our HRE is going to go with his fast castle. Just slow it down to 1x speed now. He's going to only build this with 7 villagers because, like we said, he put down an archery range. So he's going to try to get some units out on the map to deal with the spears of the Ottoman that aren't aggressing. They're just going to kind of hang out here. So our HRE player doesn't need to make any units, which looks like he hasn't. So that's smart. We be a little reactive more than proactive here. Jean trying to pick up some XP. Let's see if he killed this boar. He did. Pink Scout just hanging out in the hidden forest, making sure that the Jean player doesn't start harvesting this boar. And then we got a scout off over here. Yeah, maybe we'll jump back up into 2x speed until something happens. We got prelates going out onto the map. Got to get that scout out of there so he doesn't see. It'd be smart if our Ottoman player, like, now he knows that our HRE player is castle. And now he knows that there's prelates out of the map as he stepped over the sacred site. Quickly picks up that relic. Looks like he's going over this second relic. He's going to quickly pick up that one too. No relic parties here today. Checking in on our Jeanne d'Arc player. He's coming through with a decent force here. 4 archers, 3 knights, and Jeanne. We do have some idle villagers for our HRE player, but that's not the focus right now. We're going to focus in on Jeanne. These desert raiders are going to go down pretty quickly to these archers. This mass from our Jeanne player is a lot better than the AOE4 army. And finally, our Ottoman player is doing something with his spears. He's going to bring them over. The scout is going to attack the prelate with the relic. That's not smart. He should probably get an actual army member on there. But he's nervous that his teammate's under threat. But we've seen this strategy from these two before. Our Jeanne player is just going to put on the pressure and our HRE player is just gonna pump out these prelates and pick up all the relics. Here comes the first one into the base. He's got 3 prelates out on the map right now. Second relic comes in. Where's that third prelate? He's having a relic party. Let's see how long it takes him to pick this one up. So now that our Ottoman player has dealt with the threat of the Jean player, he's just gonna, you know, watch these villagers gather the deer. Yeah, he's got a couple archers, massing spears still. Nice little base building here by our Ottoman player around this blacksmith, and he's gonna go with the MIA, try to get some free siege out on the map. And it looks like our HRE player is going to pick up another relic, but let's see if he grabbed that other one from the relic party. He's going to push this prelate out to get this relic. Looks like he already has it queued up, so we won't have a relic party over here. He's got his scout just kind of monitoring. This scout's going to, for the AOE player, he's going to know when this relic gets picked up. And it looks like our Jean player is coming out for the boar. Okay, so this scout that is living here, that's doing its job. Nice raid here by our Jean player to pick up, looks like 3 kills on the gold and maybe another kill over here on the wood for the Ottoman. Great raid, great value. These villagers aren't going to show as idle, I don't think. Yeah, but there's too many villagers trying to collect this one deer. Another villager goes down. Looks like Jean is going to go down, and a couple knights are going to go down. But this is great value as causing a lot of idle time, and only 33 villagers left for our AOE player, whereas 36 are on the field for the Jean player. He is going to know about this boar gathering, but I don't know if he's going to do anything about it. Couple archers on the map. Looks like we did pick up this relic, and he's brought it fairly far back. We have 3 in the Regnitz. Do we have a tower coming up for our HRE player? There's a 4th. There's a 5th. Now he's pumping out those men-at-arms along with some crossbows. And looks like the scout will go down, and then looks like kind of a little sneak attack by the AU bid, although it was just a scout, so not... I mean, sneaky, not smart. And looks like our Jean player is going to put up a tower here so that he can get this boar and then probably pick up these deer as well. He's going to bring his knights back over to kind of supervise the situation going on while he pumps out more knights and crossbows. We missed him going to castle, but he did put down the guild hall. He's going to pick up some passive stone here. He does have 5 idle villagers. Not sure where they are. Oh, they're in the outpost by accident, and he takes them out. That was pretty quick. He's got 1 prelate bringing back a relic, a 2nd prelate, just in case that first one dies, you know, as supervision. He is also out on the deer. Like I said, not too many sheep for our protagonists today, so they have got out on the deer and taken some space. And nice combo army coming in from our antagonists today. They will take down this prelate, but luckily he does have this secondary prelate if he shoves him back. The Ayyubid and Ottoman player, they are in castle, so they could pick up this relic, but they just kind of want to deny from our HRE player as long as possible. HRE player is finally bringing over his measly army. Let's see what he's got over here. 19, a little better than we thought. They're going to do very well against these spears. And Desert Raiders, the crossbows were a little premature for our protagonists. They made them because they got castle. They didn't make them because they saw any units, you know? Try to get a little cute with their army comp over here. Big wall coming in from our HRE player. They have the map control, so maybe could have moved this down here, but that's okay. Nice big fight here coming in from all 4 members of the game. Knights attacking the spears, not all that smart. They need to be up on these archers. Crossbows attacking the ghulams, so I guess the crossbows did work out. There are some ghulams on the field. Here goes the prelate back to get this relic. He's going to try to save it from this spearman with a couple crossbows. And it looks like our protagonist will clean up this early raid, but the prelate does go down. Unlucky. Lucky he still has one prelate out on the map. Maybe he needs to send him over. He's doing nothing right now. I'm just send him over, grab that relic. We got 4 or 5 relics. That's gonna be a tough one to grab over here, but it looks like our AOE player is just kind of walling that off, so making it a little bit easier for our HRE player. Pretty sure he's gonna go over and he's going over to get that relic right now. A ram getting thrown to its death over here. That's an interesting decision by our antagonist. I'm gonna need to put down a gate. Ooh, interesting about this berry bush. Not a problem now, but might be later. Plenty of idle villagers because he's pop capped and he needs to put down a gate. They're gonna need to take a little bit more space. I guess the plan over here is to wall this off. A lot of times you get on this map where the gold's on one side and the stone's on the other, but it looks like there's a nice mix. So if you take space on one side of the map, you should be fine. You don't need to take both sides. He also has this gold back here. And he is going to throw down an early market. So these guys are going to start trading and not even worry about the big gold veins. Let's check in on how many relics he has. He does have 2 prelates. He's still pop capped. He's going to queue up 4 or 5 houses here to handle this situation. He is getting his upgrades. He does have double blacksmith, and now he's just pumping out barracks and production buildings. He's going to get a siege workshop up. This archery range he made right away to deal with the spears, but they never came to his base, so he doesn't really need to make any archers. The men-at-arms would do fine against the spears. We do have 12 idle villagers for quite a while now after making these production buildings. He's probably focused on something else. Maybe, yeah, he wants to put up a tower here and get a relic in there. It's a smart play to help his teammates' defenses. We're floating a lot of gold here. Maybe use that market and trade for some food so you can be making more units. He does have Landsknechts coming out on the field, trying to use some of that gold. Check in on the Jeanne d'Arc player. He's got his School of Cavalry, a couple archery ranges, and a blacksmith. He doesn't have too many production buildings unless he's building stuff out here. Just a couple towers. Fortified this one. Put just arrow slits in there. Taking some space, making sure that the enemy doesn't go far. He could have a free kill on this villager. Maybe if you send a scout over here, free kill on 7 more villagers. But this is Gold League Legends. The scouts are dead. Like, look at this scout. He's just running back and forth within. He doesn't even know about this terrible wall that leaves an opening right here. Looks like he took down a villager that was trying to repair this wall. Not a great decision by our antagonist today. A second town center coming up in the middle of the map. Our Ottoman player wants to start pumping out more villagers, and the way this game is going, nice and slow, that's a good idea. What is he has 1 villager making this wall, so he's going to go all the way across, make this wall without even realizing there's some space here that our protagonist could just walk right through. Looks like the trade coming in. No trade for our antagonist here, but that's okay. He's going to need to find something for these villagers to do. Maybe just throw up some farms here. Pop capped again. Oh no, sorry. This is the Jean player is now pop capped. Let's see if he's thinking about throwing down any houses. He's going to send a raid over here and find these villagers, but still pop capped. There, now he finally built a house, and look at that. Right when he built the house, 7 units came shooting out because he's got plenty of units queued up. Maybe throw down a couple more stables. Got a lot of food in the bank. Yeah, it looks like our HRE player is pumping out these barracks. Another siege workshop coming down for our HRE player. It's got 4,000 gold, so yeah, you do have the market. These buttons here, they will trade that excess gold for food or wood or stone even. You do have enough stone for a keep, Maybe a keep could go down on this big gold, deny it from your enemy, but it looks like they're more focused on this mass and just sending an army in to, you know, finish this game fairly early, 19 minutes. Do you have a couple out of villages? Oh, that's where his attention went. He is going into a farm transition here, because he does have 30 villagers on wood in the middle, so he's going to be able to pump out these farms with the 900 he has in the bank. 4 villagers go down, 1 stays in the outpost, and here we go. Here comes the attack. The HRE player is going to split apart from his Jeanne d'Arc counterpart. Not too many knights here from Jean. Knowing he's going up against the spears, he's going to focus more on crossbows and a little bit of siege. Should probably bring the rest of your siege in, but that's okay. Out come the enemy through the gate, and the Janissaries. This is a good decision not to have too many knights, because these Janissaries would clean them up. I mean, we got a nice little battle back and forth. Huge mangonel shots on our French crossbows. It looks like our French players, or sorry, our Jean crossbows, and our Jean player will have to turn tail and run. Looks like all the men-at-arms go down for our HRE player. They weren't expecting such resistance from the Ottoman and the AOE. These Springwalds needed to be in the fight earlier. We have one here, we have one just left behind. And the 3 mangonels from the AOE player just did massive amounts of damage. So we didn't quite get what we needed. We needed to get in on this wood line. 38 villagers there, but the defenses just came a little too hard and plentiful for our antagonists. Gonna repair that wall back up, which, you know, it didn't take much to knock it down. And our protagonists are just gonna, you know, continue to mass army here. Go back to see if our HRE player did anything with his gold. No, he's got 5,000 gold in the bank. Once again, these buttons here, they will trade that gold. Just these top buttons, you get gold on the bottom. These top buttons, they will trade that gold for other resources that you need. And these men-at-arms are going to do wonders against the Janissaries. The Janissaries pump out a lot of damage, but most of their damage goes to cavalry. And this is a great little fight for our HRE player. He can take this. He doesn't need to run away. He's got 15 units against 15, and he's got the numbers advantage when it comes to counters. But the Ottoman player will go back into his base. Let's take a quick look at the wall segment he didn't finish. Yeah, so no one knows about this, but that's terrible. Some long-distance wood chopping going on for our protagonist here. And let's see our antagonists. They are also long-distance wood chopping, although they are putting down a new lumber camp, so that's one positive to them. Doesn't have forestry, though, so that's an early upgrade that he hasn't gotten. Oh, it looks like our HRE players, deer villagers, are going to get spotted out here, and these 7 are going to go down. There's just not enough time to get away, and all 7 go down before he even notices. So he's going to be massing back an army, and this is the perfect army to go against this Janissary and Archer combination. This is going to be a great fight for our HRE player. And with the Janissaries occupied, here comes the Jean with a nice forward stone wall. But looks like he's a little more like a Plat League legend. He's going to finish the wall. He's going to finish it all the way across. And down goes his siege, but I mean, it looks like down goes the rest of the AOE army. This is a nice fight for our Jean player. These archers they're going to do well against the crossbows, so he's got to get those out of there. And this Springald tower is doing work. And here come the Janissaries. This is the time. Here we go. Our HRE player needs to push this siege and all this infantry forward and take down all this susceptible economy from the Ottoman. And these spears are... He needs to get out of here. Our Jean player needs to get out of here. He's taking a fight he can't win. he needs mangonels on the field to deal with these. I mean, the archers aren't doing much, but the spears that are giving him trouble in the Janissaries, that looks like they might have gone back the other way, and it looks like his stone walls are going to get interrupted here, but he did get a good bit down. So if he gets another strong push, he'll be able to finish those stone walls. And our Jean player, once again, he does this a lot. He moves his entire army back in the same group, so they all move at the speed of the ram instead of getting those knights to safety. Let's look at our death ball moving in by our HRE player. 66 worth of army. He's moving in with the scout first. That's kind of funny. And not a very strong army here from Yeyubid, but he's got a decent number. And then this is, I mean, our Ottoman player is moving over to what our Jean player collected about an hour ago. So he's nice and safe. Here comes one mangonel, this springald that the HRE player forgot about. Big mangonel shot's gonna do a lot of damage to these spears. Those are the units he needs to take out. Looks like we've chopped our way through the middle. We're gonna pick up that sacred site. Didn't really care about the other two sacred sites, but he's killing this wall. Once again, he didn't need to because it wasn't finished. And he's gonna send his guys in. Let's see if he goes to the wood line or if he goes. Looks like he's going over the farms. He's got nothing to protect these mangonels way in the back, but he is gonna pick up a good amount of villagers here in the Ottoman base as they collect this sacred site. A nice raid coming in by our HRE player, and I think our Ottoman player is just distracted. He's going after the Jean player with his entire army. He has no idea that the HRE player is just ravaging his base. And here come the mangonels into the wood line. These are going to be massive shots. Let's see if the villagers can burn them. And here come the men-at-arms. Oh, massive shots on the villagers. And he's going to bail before he even gets one of these mangonels down. This is a great attack by our HRE player. He's sending guys back here trying to see if they're trading. They're not. So he's just going to burn these buildings. He's going to kill a bunch of villagers as his Jean teammate just, like, defends his life away. He needs to be rallying his new units to help his Jean teammate. But instead he's going to throw down the Elsbach Palace for him. An interesting play coming in from our HRE player who only has 70 villagers. He's going to probably throw 10 to 15 away here trying to get this Elsbach down. He's back, and I'm trying to follow everything I can here. He's in the base. He's doing a lot of damage to the base and the eco of the enemy, but he's doing everything he can to get this Elsbach up, and he is just throwing away villagers. He needs to be making these units, get these in the fight, do something. He just threw away probably 20 villagers to try to get this Elsbach up. He's going to have to cancel it before it goes down. He's got 30 idle villagers in the middle. Maybe throw the Elsbach up in your own base, or get the villager printer online, the Swabia, and just try to get your villagers back up, because you did just lose 30 trying to get that Elsbach up. But still, I mean, our Ottoman player is down to 38 villagers as the HRE has been ravaging his base. And I don't know, he's got a lot of villagers over here. Can our Jean player even come back from this? I mean, 28 minutes into the game here, and he is just under heavy fire. Maybe if he had some more, unit producing buildings, some production buildings, he'd pump out some knights. And his trade is just going to walk directly through the enemy here. He's going to lose a lot of traders. He did have these forward production buildings, but man, how are they going to respond to this? Our HRE player is just kind of putting up, just massing an army here to try to come at him later. And he's putting up a keep in the middle. It's smart. Keep this sacred site under control. Maybe pull up this sacred site as well. And it looks like his raid is moved on to the Ayyubid base. This is just a base battle here, as he's going to take down so many villagers, so many farms. And I don't think our antagonists care. They're like, we wiped the Jean, so that's all that matters. And our HRE players should kind of try to come in and kill as much army as he can while he does damage on the back end. And let's take a look at our Jean player. He's got up to 12 military. We do not need to be throwing these away. This is suicide for our Springolds. I don't know what we're doing. We're not doing too much damage here, but it looks like our men-at-arms are just teeing off because it's just archers coming in, and a big mangonel shot. I don't think it's not worth that mangonel shot. And like I said, he's throwing away every single Springold he had. And this men-at-arm is just making sure that the wood line dies. Just look at all these alerts. This is insanity. Jean back on the field. She's going to try to take down some archers, get some XP. The mass of units that were in the Jean base have tapered out a little bit as he's made a secondary base over here. Let's check in on how many villagers he has. 60 villagers, so he can still produce some units here. The attack is spreading into the HRE base, but what they don't know is he has all of these towers. None of them upgraded though, actually. He's gonna need to put. You should put one of these relics inside the keep. Get a little better, and Tithe Barns would be a huge upgrade for our HRE player, as he has the 1,500 gold. We have more attacks on his farms. Let's see, he finally realizes, and he has to get back. Maybe a tower back here to protect the farms. He's losing a lot of villagers. He's down to 41. He does have this keep in the middle. He's got a couple units over here, and his army that he sent in about 10 minutes ago is still doing damage. The Ottoman player is kind of out of units on the attack, so he wants to recoup his own economy as the HRE cleans up and will do the same. Down to 32 villagers. Let's see, where did he get his last landmark down? We didn't see it. It is going to be the Swabia, so he will be printing these villagers back up a lot faster than our Ottoman main, who lost his second TC. I don't think he built another, but he did go with the Istanbul Observatory for his Imperial landmark. The other two players still in castle, as these two men-at-arms just tank damage under this TC. Maybe they could better served elsewhere, but that's just hilarious. The guild hall under attack by one archer. We're finally going to calm down here as the Jean player tries to rebuild. Nice siege build up here for our HRE player, and he's going to pick up a second sacred site. So he's going to be picking up a lot of gold without using any villagers on it, and he's got all 41 of his villagers on food. And that's not just any food, that's chapel farms. So he is going to be pumping these resources for these men-at-arms, these Landsknecht, and these crossbows. Let's see, we're trading really shittily over here, getting 21 per trade. We do have the, okay, we gotta kill this last archer. We gotta kill, someone go kill this last archer. It looks like our HRE player is now getting hand cannoneers out on the field. He's gonna have a very strong army in a moment here, but is it gonna be enough for when? Okay, this is just 30 units. Never mind. It looked a lot bigger on the mini-map. It's just 30 units. We have an attack coming in from this one mangonel. Oh, big shot on these archers. He's got to get the archers out of there. Don't just sit there and tank another shot. Okay, he's going to kill it before. Let's check in on our Jean player. See how much military he has. He only has 18. He finally got his TC back up and running. He's going to have to get that school of cavalry back up because he only has a couple more production buildings. He's got a lot of archery ranges over here, like 2 stables. He's going to have to get that school of cavalry back up, and that's what he's aiming to do. And here comes the Lancers for our Ottoman player as he retreats the rest of his army. The hand cannoneers of our HRE player are going to absolutely destroy the Janissaries of our Ottoman player because he doesn't have any cavalry. So the Janissaries don't do the bonus. Our HRE player should probably get a couple towers up with these relics. They do just as much and he's got more units in the base. Is he coming straight up the gut? I'm not sure how he's getting his units over here. Maybe because our Ottoman player hasn't rebuilt his walls. I mean, rebuilt is a strong term because he never built those walls. Let's check in on all of our players' eco. We got 66 villagers and 82 for our protagonists, doing pretty solid after those big raids. 50 for the AOE and 59 for the Ottoman. And the Ottoman units have made their way through. They're going to come across this non-upgraded outpost with a relic in it. Maybe get some upgrades here. You have to start collecting this stone so you can get these upgrades. He's looking to find villagers, but they've gotten all the wood. They've moved on to the back and the middle of the base. And this keep, also no upgrades whatsoever, but it looks like it will take down this one Lancer. And they don't know what to do. He's gonna take down another Lancer. This is a terrible, terrible micro by our Ottoman player. He just ran by the keep and ran back, and it looks like our protagonists are gonna throw down a stone wall to keep these Lancers from coming back in. They are gonna get in real quick, but they're gonna try to get that stone wall down after. And just a wild stone wall. It was denied over here, so we just, you know, played it a little bit safer. We now do have fighting with these Lancers. Looks like they're going to take down the Prelate with the Relic, but yeah, they're not long for this world. A lot of them are going to go down here when they try to run back through the middle and come across this HRE army that is massed up to 96. Take a look at our Jean player. He's got 25 army. He's going to pick up this Sacred Site. You could go for this third Sacred Site, maybe go for a Sacred Victory over here. A lot of villagers in the corner, unprotected by the shitty wood wall. He built this wall very early, gave up all map control. Then they built this Ottoman wall, gave up even more map control. But our protagonists, they're nice guys. They didn't take advantage of it. They said, no, we'll wall ourselves off as well because you were attacking us, so no one has map control. This is Gold League at its finest. Let's check in on our little armies. He's gonna pick up this relic. Let's see where he puts it. Still no towers here. He's not worried about his farms getting raided again. He finally did upgrade to a cannon emplacement, and it looks like he's probably gonna upgrade that one soon. He does have the culverins out of the map, which is a big decision here. And looks like our Jean player finally has enough resources to go to Imperial. Let's see where he's putting this bad boy. Oh no, that's his second TC. He's gonna throw the Red Palace down on this Sacred Site. So that's 2 Sacred Sites pretty secured by our protagonists. Let's see if they go to the third or just happy with their 2. We got just a massive army. Okay, he did see Lancers, so we made some spears. Let's check in. They're not upgraded. They're not even hardened. So these spears are basically useless. They're just spearmen out on the map for spearmen's sake. He got all the other upgrades for his other infantry. He didn't get any siege workshop upgrades. He's got all of his blacksmith upgrades. It's the last one coming in. He's got army here. He's got army here. Maybe bring these bad boys together. You got 122 army on the field, 77 villagers. Maybe need a couple more villagers. I don't know. It looks like he's got plenty of resources. Let's see what our Jean player is up to. He's massing. I mean, massing is a strong term as well. He's got 47 military here. The Ayyubid, he's gonna challenge him with 48. So, I mean, yeah, they're even over there. Our Ottoman player, he's making the Great Bombards, which is a good decision in the late game. But the HRE does have the culverins, so that's going to be a nice little counter to the Bombards. And here we go. We got 4 mangonels, 2 culverins, a ton of army. It'd be really nice to have these 26. Really nice to have those 26. But I just don't know if he remembers that they're there. He does have 2 prelates. Maybe bring a prelate out with this army. He does have the relic in the keep. Let's see if he picked up Tithe. He did pick up Tithe Barns, which is nice. So he's be getting a lot of resources. And here comes the fight. Once again, he can just go around because the Ottoman refuses, and I mean refuses, to finish this wall. He got a little overzealous there to come in without his siege. Nice big shot on the Lancers. They're going to run past it, though. He needs to be shooting over here. And these Culverins are going to come in and just absolutely obliterate all of the Ottoman siege. He's got to focus down on these great bombards first so he doesn't lose all of his mangonels. He is going to take... Looks like he's going to get one great bombard down. Oh, just running all over the place. Just a disastrous fight. He's going to lose his Culverin. No, he's going to save the Culverin. He's got to get out of here. Yeah, it's just... He went in before he got his siege in there, and it just didn't work out for him. And now he knows great bombards, mangonels for the Ottoman player. Looks like he brought his 20... No, these 26 are still here. It'd been nice to have these guys in this fight. Yeah, both of these guys are getting a little overzealous to try to fight without their siege. You gotta wait for your siege to come in and then go for it. It's 46 army to like 30, but it's the siege difference. He's got to get more siege out on the map. He's gonna throw down a keep on this stone, which I like that play. If he just drags these guys out of the range of the siege, he could have just turned around and fought that. They do have the third sacred site now, and here comes the Ayyubid player as well. This is when our Jean player needs to attack, and it looks like he is. Got to get in there before the stone walls come up. He's going to lose this prelate, but that's okay. Not the end of the world. He should be putting up some walls. Does he have... Okay, he got hardened spearmen. Let's see if he upgrades them any further. He's securing two big stones over here. He's got plenty of resources to make some more men-at-arms, maybe some Landsknechts. Oh, big bombard shot. He's got to get out of here. He needs to get these Culverins back onto the field. It looks like he's going with his own bombards first, and then going to go for the Culverins. I think he probably should have got those Culverins out first. This keep is going to try to get up. Big mangonel shot. He's got to throw these villagers inside the keep. There he goes. One villager is not going to make it. And he's going to get a surround here on the Great Bombard, and all of the Ottoman forces go down in an instant. Just poor fight after poor fight. First the HRE took a poor fight, now the Ottoman takes a poor fight. And all the great bombards go down. A great little fight for our HRE player as our Jean player tries to move in. At the very least, this at least distracted the entire Ayyubid army away from the side of the HRE, which really helped him in that one-on-one fight rather than making it a two-on-one fight. In comes his siege. He should probably just take the space and hold off. Wait for the siege to come in. That was the mistake he made last time. So we got veteran spearmen coming in now. So he is finally getting these upgrades for the spearmen. He has one more to go, but he doesn't want to use all of his gold on it. Big battle over here with the Jean player, and the Manganiques are just doing work to his backline. He's gonna have to get out of there. He's got a cannon coming in. Maybe a couple more springalds would have been useful. And the Ayyubid looking to finish these stone walls. Uh-oh. Gotta watch out for that. And our HRE player is in the base through the walls, these Janissaries, just kind of tickling them, right? They're doing 28 damage with these men-at-arms. They got the 8 armor, so only 20 damage per shot. You'd want more out of your Janissaries to maybe fighting some cavalry. There was enough here to take down all of the men-at-arms. A mangonel shot would be just prime. And here comes his siege. Once again, he went in without his siege. He's going to need to wait for his siege at some point. Looks like he's going to the back. He's going to find a lot of villagers back here on the wood. Let's see how many he picks up before the Ottoman player realizes. 1. 2. 2 before he realizes. But these men-at-arms, they have a speed bonus from that unique upgrade early on, so they're going to chase down some of these villagers. I don't even know where these villagers are trying to go. The Ayyubid player is got an army over here. They're going to re-pick up this sacred site, get just a ton of gold income coming in, and all passively for our HRE player. which is just a beautiful thing to see if you're an HRE main. And it looks like he's finally got his siege here with his army behind it. And if he takes his culverins, takes out this Great Bombard, and then starts working on the mangonels while hitting mangonel shots of his own. I don't see any mangonels out on the field for him. There they are. They're all the way in the back, so let's not worry about the mangonel shots right now. These bombards, I mean, good shots in. They're gotta get his culverins on the Great Bombard. He's gonna lose one. Culverins needed to come first. Culverins are your main piece to take out that Great Bombard. But he is gonna push him back here while our Jean player just masses an insane huge army. And here is the AUB player as well. Just going for the siege first, great. Took out all the siege, and now he can just wreck. Taking out the AUB siege too. This is a great fight. Finally picks one that he can win here. He's in on the villagers, he's in on the army. He's chasing the second army away. The siege is going to town, and now he has 2 bombards to take down all these buildings. He must be communicating with his Jean teammate, because his Jean teammate says, okay, it's my turn. And he doesn't wait for his siege, and he gets blocked by the stone wall. Oh! That's a gold move. We don't expect our Jean player to see that. I mean, he sees this big-ass stone wall. He's not expecting it to not be completed. It looks like our HRE player is going to get cleaned up here, but he is remassing right behind it and putting a third keep down on the third sacred site. That's going to be really nice for them. Not sure. Let's check in on the sacred site timer. 3 of 3. Perfect. And there's the quit. They see the Jean massive army coming in after the HRE did all that damage, and they quit. I mean, it's a little preemptive, but that's what you get in Gold League Legends. Well played by our protagonists today. Well played is an overstatement. Played.